I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily English Show. Today we're studying a video clip from a musical called South Pacific. South Pacific was first performed in 1949 and it was based on an American book called Tales of the South Pacific. I've never seen the musical or read the book, but I've heard of it before and I think it's pretty famous. In fact, in Wikipedia it says this: South Pacific is generally considered to be one of the greatest musicals in history. I don't know if that's true, but anyway, I think it's pretty well known. Watching this clip made me really miss living in a city actually. I used to really love going to the theatre. And if you're studying English and you get a chance to go and see a play or a show, then I definitely recommend it. Even if you can't understand all of the language or follow the story completely, I'm sure you'll find it's an interesting experience and you might even really enjoy it. Actually, being in a play is a really good way to study too. When I was studying French at university, I joined the French club and I decided to act in one of the plays, partly just because it was fun and also as a way to study because you have to memorize the lines. So I found it a very good way to study. Anyway, I thought I'd talk about some of the language in this scene. Something has happened. I don't know what because I've never seen the play, but something has happened and one guy is asking another guy about it. And he says, "This little stunt cost the Navy $600,000. And then the other guy starts laughing and he says, "I was just thinking about my uncle. Remember my uncle I was telling you about? He used to tell my old man I'd never be worth a dime. Ha ha ha. Imagine me, $600,000. Old man is an informal word for father. This is another random anecdote, but I still remember the first time I ever heard that term. I was a kid and our neighbour came over and he was looking for my dad and he said something like, "Where's your old man?" And I was really shocked and I said, "What are you talking about? He's not old." And he just looked at me like, okay. And then later someone explained to me that it was just an expression and he wasn't actually insulting my dad. Back to the scene, one of the guys says, "Why did you do this? What in the world would make a man do a thing like this?" In the world is part of an idiom. How in the world, why in the world, what in the world, etc. Informal, used to emphasize something and to show that you're surprised or annoyed. It's the same as the hell or the heck or on earth. Then the guy gives his explanation and at the end of his explanation he says, "If you get the picture." Get the picture is another idiom, spoken, to understand a situation, especially one that somebody is describing to you. If you get the picture is the same as saying, "If you know what I mean."
Everything. No, I'm just kidding. It's really close to Mule Hall and the sub and academic buildings and everything. It just takes 2 seconds to get everywhere. And the spirit's really good and the community, everyone's doors are open and you can just go talk to anyone anytime. It's good. Making programs for everyone and just making sure like the house is safe and that people are following the rules and everything. So, yeah. This is my second year. Yeah, I was an RA here last year, and so, yeah.
Kia ora, in Stick News today, a New Zealand golfer is in trouble for making an inappropriate comment at Auckland International Airport. Danny Lee is an 18-year-old golfer. Yesterday he left New Zealand to fly to a golf championship. Apparently at the airport he made an inappropriate comment about the contents of his bag. The chief executive of New Zealand Golf confirmed the incident had taken place and said it was still being dealt with. He said it was a throwaway comment, but it was said in the wrong place. And that was Stick News for Thursday, the 23rd of October. Kia ora. Today's word is throwaway. Throwaway is an adjective which is used to describe a line, remark or comment. Something you say quickly without careful thought, sometimes in order to be funny. Harbison here tells me this little stunt cost the Navy $600,000. Billis, what are you so happy about? Billis, why did you do this? What in the world would make a man do a thing like this? $600,000. Well, sir, I was just thinking about my uncle. Remember my uncle I was telling you about? He used to tell my old man I'd never be worth a dime. Imagine me, $600,000. Well, sir, a fella gets to feeling held down. He's got to take a little trip to pick up a few souvenirs. You just got to kind of horn in on the situation, if you get the picture. Which is correct? A. South Pacific is a musical which was first performed in 1949. B. South Pacific was based on a book called Tales of the North Pacific. A. Old man means father. B. It is always rude to call someone old man. A. What in the world is used to show that you are satisfied or analytical? B. What in the world is used to show that you are surprised or annoyed? B. A. I get the picture means I want a copy of the photo. B. I get the picture means I understand. B. A. Danny Lee is in trouble for making an inarticulate comment at the airport. B. Danny Lee is in trouble for making an inappropriate comment at the airport. B. And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yes, when we